Mr. Deputy Speaker, I will elaborate on our efforts in housing, our urban environment and social support. I begin with thoughtful planning and design of our infrastructure. Ms. Tin Pei Ling, Ms. Cheryl Chan, Ms. Joan Pereira and Dr. Lily Neo spoke about how we should design and retrofit our HDB flats, estates and public infrastructure to enable our seniors to age actively, comfortably and safely. Today, when building our new estates, HDB's consultants adopt BCA's accessibility code and guidelines. So, for example, common spaces are designed with ramps instead of just steps. Seamless, barrier-free routes connect various amenities for our seniors and those who are wheelchair-bound. Three-generation fitness and play facilities facilitate social interaction between our seniors and the community. And within our flats, senior-friendly features are provided, such as gentle gradients at the main entrance, common bathrooms that are wheelchair accessible, and more user-friendly clothes drying systems. The bigger challenge that has been to retrofit our older, mature estates to make them more senior-friendly. And we have been doing this assiduously over many years, since the 2000s, adding more ramps, linkways, and senior-friendly facilities to mature estates through programs such as NRP and through CIPC. The lift upgrading program, implemented since 2001, has also provided direct lift access to residents in about 5,200 HDB blocks. Through the City for All Ages and Enhancement for Active Seniors program, or EASE, HDB is also retrofitting existing HDB estates and flats with more features such as grab bars and non-slip toilet flooring to enhance mobility and comfort for our seniors, benefiting more than 130,000 families thus far. Making our mature estates elderly-friendly requires a community effort, and that is why programs such as the NRP and CIPC are structured to allow the community to participate in decision-making. Private building owners can also tap on BCA's Accessibility Fund. This provides co-funding to encourage them to retrofit their private buildings that may predate 1990s to make them senior-friendly. So we continue to research and study other ways and options to make our living environment more senior-friendly. I next turn to housing asset monetization, a point raised by various members. Mr. Gan Tiam Po, Ms. Rahayu Mazam, Ms. Cha Yong Yong, and Mr. Henry Kwek suggested ways to help seniors unlock more value from their homes to supplement their retirement needs. The lease buyback scheme was introduced in 2009, giving lower-income seniors living in three-room or smaller flats the option to sell back and monetize the tail end of their leases to HDB while continuing to live in their flats. This scheme was expanded in 2015 to cover 4-room flats. Currently, the LBS is not open to households in larger flats as they have more monetization options than those in smaller flats. For instance, they can right-size to a smaller flat in the neighborhood. Under the Senior Priority Scheme, seniors, including those in private estates, enjoy priority when they apply for a 2-room flexi flat in the same town or estate in their current home. If seniors living in larger flats right-size to a 2- or 3-room flat, they may apply for the Silver Housing Bonus and receive a cash bonus if they use some of their proceeds to top up their CPF retirement accounts and join CPF Life. To raise awareness of these and other monetization options, HDB works with our media, organizes public talks and seminars, and sets up booths at local community events. Seniors also receive personalized information on their monetization options when they carry out housing transactions at our HDB counters. Most recently, HDB and the CPF board sent out individually customized mailers to seniors about the range of monetization options that are available to them. Mr. Henry Kwek, Ms. Cha Yong Yong, Mr. Gan Tiong Po suggested other ways of monetizing property which do not require our seniors to move home, such as reverse mortgages and specialized funds based on the French concept of viager. Financial institutions are already allowed to offer reverse mortgages and these specialized funds, but both are complex financial products which are more difficult to understand, and hence the challenge. The risk that the value of the payouts may exceed that of the property could also impact their attractiveness to homeowners. In fact, NTUC Income and OCBC stopped offering reverse mortgages in 2009 precisely due to lack of demand. Recent surveys also found that many seniors were generally averse to the idea of reverse mortgages as they preferred to remain debt-free at that stage in life. Some of the options I mentioned earlier, like renting out rooms or flats or buying a two-room flexi flat with priority allocation, are also open to seniors living in private properties who may wish to consider asset monetization. In addition, with the changes announced by MAS in March of 2017, they may also obtain mortgage equity withdrawal loans from financial institutions. MAS had announced that such loans that are less than 50% of the market value of the property would no longer be subject to TDSR, or Total Debt Servicing Ratio framework. And this may help retirees, many of whom would have paid up most of their outstanding housing loan, monetize part of the value of the property if they wish. Sir, let me assure members that we will continue to study and review options to help our seniors who wish to better monetize their homes to supplement retirement needs. Sir, we need both the hardware as well as the hardware if we want to build a society where our seniors can age happily, supported by the community around them. To do so, we have to plan well ahead. This involves nurturing communities of care, strengthening community care and service delivery for vulnerable seniors, planning ahead for seniors who may lose or may have lost mental capacity, and putting in place laws to protect vulnerable seniors. The composition of families has shifted over the years. Family sizes are shrinking, and we see more seniors who live alone or without children. Because of this changing profile, we have to proactively ramp up efforts to complement family support, while at the same time encouraging the strengthening of family ties. Mr. Henry Quek and Ms. Joan Pereira suggested introducing senior care leave to employees caring for their parents. Caregivers of elderly parents need support and understanding, and I thank Mr. Kok Heng Loon for his very heartfelt and personal sharing of his experience for the benefit of this House. We encourage employers to provide a family-friendly workplace and have introduced several family leave enhancements over the last few years. And while we are prepared to study the idea of senior care leave in consultation with tripartite partners, we should allow some time for businesses to adjust and adapt to the recent enhancements. In the meantime, we will continue to work with tripartite partners to encourage employers to adopt family-friendly practices, including adopting the tripartite standard of flexible work arrangements and better leveraging on the work-life grant. Sir, I agree with Ms. Cheryl Chan that it is important to integrate housing for seniors within the community and encourage strong family support. To foster community interaction, we now build two-room flexi flats in the same block as larger flat types for most projects. And under the Multi-Generation Priority Scheme, or MGPS, married children and their parents are given priority if they apply for a pair of flats at the same level, block, or BTO project. And those who wish to live as a multi-generational family can apply for 3-gen flats. Mr. Henry Quek made some thoughtful recommendations on retirement housing, while Mr. Leon Pereira spoke about assisted living for seniors. We also agree with Dr. Lin Neo that we should support our seniors who live independently in their homes and communities for as long as possible. Our strategy to achieve this is to try to integrate the delivery of social and care services within our public housing estates for ease and convenience of our seniors. Over the years, we have ramped up the introduction of elder care facilities in our HDB estates. We have taken this one step further with Kampong Admiralty, where seniors living in and around the kampong can obtain a continuum of social and health services at the Active Aging Hub. These services can support them as their needs evolve and put off the need for premature institutionalization in nursing homes or other facilities. There are plans to build another 10 more Active Aging Hubs by 2020. Mr. Gan Tiampo will also be glad to know that we will continue working with MOH to explore new senior-friendly housing models, such as new forms of home and care options to allow seniors to age in a familiar environment and remain independent for as long as possible. This includes assisted living developments, which will help to expand the care and residential options available to seniors by integrating senior-friendly housing and senior care services. This is currently under study, and we will announce more details when ready. At the same time, we are studying measures which can better facilitate the development of private housing projects to support the needs of our seniors. We are reviewing our development control guidelines to provide more clarity on retirement housing developments, and we will share more information on these plans when ready. Ms. Rahayu Mazam spoke about the need to support vulnerable seniors in our midst. This means empowering them to make choices to remain healthy, active, and socially connected in their golden years, enabled collectively by family, community, and state. On community support, we expanded our network of social services supporting low-income and vulnerable seniors in close partnership with VWOs. Since 2014, MSF has set up 19 senior cluster networks, or SCNs, operated by VWOs to coordinate support for these seniors within each HDB town with other social and healthcare agencies, including SSOs, FSCs, and the Agency for Integrated Care. Through the SCNs, we have supported these low-income, vulnerable seniors to stay engaged in the community, prevent social isolation, and receive timely and coordinated care. The 69 Senior Activity Centres, or SACs, outreach to around 30,000 seniors in public rental flats to engage them in recreation and to mitigate social isolation. Frail seniors with social and health needs are case managed by social workers in the cluster support teams who coordinate care together with AIC. Senior group homes can support frail seniors who are suitable for communal living. Our network of 24 SSOs have also brought help closer to low-income and vulnerable seniors in the community. The SSOs play the important role of coordinating complex cases, which often involve multiple agencies and organizations. SSOs also plan and coordinate services at the local level and managing MSF-funded regional services for families and seniors. While social service delivery has improved over the years, we know that we can continue to do better. Today, a family with multiple needs has to navigate different schemes, programs, agencies, and VWOs. And we want to improve our interagency work processes to provide more integrated and holistic support for those in need. And one of our key enablers will be CNS, or the Community Network for Seniors, being piloted, which brings together healthcare and social agencies and the community to provide support for seniors. We can also improve data sharing and use among government agencies and with the community. This could reduce the need for clients to submit the same documents to different agencies and organizations multiple times. It also helps to harness the time, energy, and skills of social service professionals and volunteers to better support our seniors. Sir, some seniors lose their mental capacity as they age due to dementia and other causes. Ms. Cheryl Chan suggested improving the outreach and awareness of the lasting power of attorney by making certifiers of LPAs more easily accessible within the community. Now, apart from lawyers and psychiatrists, there are currently 496 medical professionals who are accredited to be LPA certificate issuers. Many of them are GPs who operate in clinics in the heartlands. In addition, there are community services that provide regular legal clinics for both LPA as well as will writing. An example is Life Point, started by Shing Hong Welfare Services. It's at Chinatown Point. It is a popular one-stop service for seniors to make their LPAs, and we welcome more organizations to start similar services to benefit our seniors. If a person loses mental capacity without having made an LPA, their family members or friends may apply to court to be appointed as their deputy. But we are aware that there are some individuals who may not have next of kin who can be appointed as a deputy, or for that matter, even as a donee when they make LPAs. Therefore, MSF will be launching the Professional Deputies and Donees scheme this year, where professionals can be remunerated for a fee to be appointed as professionals, donees, and deputies. To support our aging seniors who lack family support and experience declining mental capacity, we are also piloting a new initiative known as the Community Kin Service, or ComKin Service. Under this service, VWOs can apply for a court order to manage seniors' money in order to meet the seniors' day-to-day needs. What they need to do is to prepare a care plan detailing the kinds of expenses that need to be incurred for the daily needs for these seniors and present them to court. And once approved, they will act within the remit of the court order. It thus empowers VWOs to do that bit more to support seniors holistically within the community. Professional deputies can step in when the senior requires institutional care to make more major decisions for the senior, such as liquidation of property, as their expertise would be better suited for such matters. This ComKin pilot is expected to begin early this year with 2 VWOs, Touch Community Services and AMK FSC Community Services. Nonetheless, we still encourage Singaporeans to make an LPA because an LPA offers them choice and autonomy in deciding who they wish to appoint as their proxy decision maker, and gives peace of mind to the family knowing that necessary pre-planning has been done. Sir, another important aspect of preparing for a nation of all ages is enhancing our legislative framework for seniors. Ms. Rahayu Mazam and Ms. Chia Yong had asked us to review the role of the Tribunal of Maintenance of Parents, or TMP. The Maintenance of Parents Act provides legal recourse for seniors 60 and above and who are unable to provide for themselves to claim maintenance from their children. We recognize that some parents may be unwilling to file an application against their own children. So the Act therefore allows the Commissioner to resolve issues through conciliation without the need for the commencement of legal proceedings at the TMP. And if the parent is unable to make an application himself, for example, due to physical infirmity, the Commissioner is able to apply on behalf of the parent with his consent. Thus far, the Commissioner has not had to make such an application to the Tribunal on behalf of a parent, as most family members step up to help the parent. We will, however, continue to actively look into ways to lower the barriers for a senior to apply for maintenance, even as we seek to strengthen familial ties. And Ms. Chia Yong also asked whether the Tribunal has ever ordered children under Section 6 of the MPA to maintain their parents by setting up a trust fund to pay out regular maintenance. We have checked thus far, Tribunal has not made such orders, and most orders have been by way of cash payment and cash support. Currently, going beyond adjudication and mediation, the Tribunal for the Maintenance of Parents may already refer a parent to a social service office for financial assistance and advice if he is not awarded any maintenance, or if the maintenance awarded is insufficient to meet basic needs. The parent and children may also be referred to an FSC for case management and counselling. So that, in a way, also addresses the point by Ms. Rahayu Mazam. She suggested that the Tribunal take on more family counselling and mediation roles. These are actually better devolved at the FSC. I thank members for their suggestions on legislative reviews and public education efforts to enhance support and safeguards for our seniors and promote family values on the care of our senior loved ones. There are many suggestions that have been given, including looking into the presumption of the law and advancement. I think these are all things that we will study in the course of our work. Concurrently, sir, it is imperative that we put in place safeguards to ensure that frail elderly and aging persons with disabilities are able to live in an environment that is free from abuse, neglect, and self-neglect. To that end, the Vulnerable Adults Bill, which will be introduced this year, will protect individuals 18 years and above, and because of mental or physical infirmity, disability, or incapacity, are unable to protect themselves from abuse, neglect, or self-neglect. To complement such legislation, MSF is also working with community partners and stakeholders to enhance the capacity and capability of critical players to respond to reports of abuse. Sir, Singapore is a rapidly greying society by all existing trends and indicators. While this does pose significant challenges, we should plan ahead, prepare well, and implement effectively. Only then can we tap the opportunity that our silver generation brings and turn a perceived challenge into strength. Before I close, allow me to make just very quick observations. Sir, we are encouraged that 6 members of this House from the PAP.SG, coming from different GPCs, have come together to raise this important motion and to bring debate on this issue in the House. We are encouraged that all members who have spoken have given good ideas, given heartfelt examples of cases and individuals that they've encountered. We are encouraged that the motion has full support from all sides of this House. And while 4 of us have responded on behalf of a total of 5 ministries, we are fully committed to working whole of government to coordinate on seniors' issues and to prepare ahead, prepare well, and implement effectively. We will share more details of specific plans at the upcoming Budget and Committee of Supply debates. At the end of the day, this has to be a whole of Singapore effort involving families and communities to make Singapore an inclusive and caring home that embraces all our seniors.